An absolute joke. This is just a complete joke. Manchester United have finished fucking bottom of the Champions League group. An easy, basic Champions League group that Manchester United should have had no problem finishing in the top two in, and we've got knocked out and gone out of Europe completely. I know some people are probably happy we're not in the Europa League, but it is an absolute fucking joke. Going down a whimper at home, yet another fucking home defeat. How many home defeats have Manchester United had this season? Last season we weren't too bad at getting the job done at home. The football wasn't brilliant at home, but we seemed to get the job done week in, week out at Old Trafford. It was a bit of a fortress for teams coming there. I know a few times against some of the better teams we got a bit fortunate at home, but we still got the job done. And this season, it just, what an absolute joke. I mean, absolute toothless going forward. Just, you wouldn't think that Manchester United are trying to get to the knockout fucking stage. Just, I mean, these geezers out there, I mean, he's put a similar team to what he played against Bournemouth. And against Bournemouth, it was absolutely fucking rubbish. And, I mean, nothing's really changed, has it, to be honest? I mean, the players are just not even playing for this geezer. And I know what people have said in comments on previous videos, because I keep harping on that these players that are not playing do not look like players that are giving their all for Ten Hag. Ten Hag doesn't seem to have any ideas of how to sort this problem out, to turn this juggernaut around. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get rid of all the players that are not giving their all for this geezer. And I want some of these muppets out of this team, I really do. We know that a number of these players are not giving 100% this season for Manchester United, but last season we had Marcus Rashford scoring a decent amount of goals for Manchester United. This season they've just completely dried up. We haven't got a single geezer that's really putting the ball in the back of the net, giving any sort of goal threat for Manchester United. And I know this game tonight was a difficult one. It was a difficult game. We've been in the game till late on, and I mean that was probably the aim of the game at the start of the game, because Manchester United were definitely not favourites going into this game at Old Trafford. But to stay in the game and maybe try and nick it, but still at Old Trafford to be saying that is just an absolute fucking joke. Where does this leave Erik Ten Hag after that? I mean, I don't know, because I know again people are going to talk about the injuries that Manchester United have suffered in this game, but still Manchester United should be doing better going forward. We're not scoring goals. I mean, look how little amount of goals this season that the likes of Højlund have scored. It's just a joke. It really is. The Scott McTominay is Manchester United's top goal scorer, and he is not good enough to be starting games for Manchester United. We shouldn't be starting with them types of players. If Manchester United want to move forward and progress with that midfield, it's just not good enough for Manchester United. The forward line isn't good enough for Manchester United. Højlund, Garnacho and Anthony isn't good enough if Manchester United want to move forward. I mean, we've given this geezer a lot of money. I know it's not necessarily the money, in my opinion, that has been spent on the players. It's the amount of players that Manchester United have accumulated to bring in to Manchester United in order to progress it and give Erik Ten Hag a new Manchester United. And so many of these Manchester United signings haven't been able to work out for Erik Ten Hag. I would have liked to have seen Coman start this game for Manchester United, because realistically, I said a few weeks ago Manchester United were basically out after we lost, was it 4-3 against Copenhagen. I know I got a lot of stick for saying that, but did people realistically, after we lost, after we threw away that 4-3 lead, we had a lead in that game, a two goal advantage. Did anyone think when we were 2-0 up in that game that and threw it away that Manchester United were going to get through this group? Because I certainly didn't. We've been absolutely atrocious in this group. We really have. It's been a group that Manchester United should have got through so easily. And I know there are injuries in Maguire and Shaw, but you know, Manchester United should still, however many injuries Manchester United have got in this group, we should have been able to get through the group and beat Galatasaray and Copenhagen. Over the two games that we played, both of them, we should have got through. We shouldn't have been letting it come down to this final game, even though Manchester United should be doing better at home. We really should. Bayern Munich had got nothing to play for. They weren't really fussed tonight. to do anything to lay a glove on Manchester United really themselves, because they were done and dusted. And even them, they've lost 5-1 at the weekend, and Manchester United haven't been able to. We're just toothless, absolutely fucking toothless. I don't really know what more to say. You just repeat everything. The players, the managers, not getting enough out of them. I don't know where else we go, because the manager's not getting sacked. The same shit is going to happen again at the weekend against Liverpool. We're going to probably go into the game, lose, get humiliated, and we're going to be here again for the next game. And it's just nothing is going to change. We've now only really got the league to concentrate on, because there's no FA Cup games for a while, and the next one's only Wigan anyway in the FA Cup. So now it's just concentrate on the league for now. With all that last season's better work, it was only third position. We didn't really. It wasn't a brilliant season, obviously, last year, but the work of getting back into the Champions League was just a waste of time. It really was. And when I said last season I would sooner beat Man City in the FA Cup than finish in the top four, I did get criticised a bit for that, saying that we need to be back in that Champions League. It's more important. And then you know shit like that is coming. You know it's coming. It's been so long since Manchester United did anything in Europe, and it is really, really disappointing. When was the last? I can't even remember. I think it was under David Moyes the last time Manchester United actually won a knockout stage game. Just an absolute joke in this Champions League. It really is. We've fallen so fucking far behind. The amount that has been spent on players, the amount of players that have been brought in to this football club to produce the shits that we are seeing on this pitch. And this is going to continue, I think, certainly for the remainder of this season. I don't think at this moment in time, could there be an upturn? Could things change if there's a different coach? I don't know. I mean, you might get that bounce if Manchester United do sack the manager, but will it solve all the problems? No, it's definitely not going to solve all the problems. The ownership's got to change as well, and we'd have to bring in the right man next season, because there isn't the right man out there now. But I don't see how this can continue for the remainder of the season. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I don't really know what more to say on this fucking shit game, to be honest. There's not really much to say on the shit of this game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.